Welcome everybody to Podcast at Live. This is your host D Rock right here, and I got my guest Debo over here. What you're going to find in this podcast is a mixture of current topics, general topics, and host topics. We're going to be discussing our opinion on each topic, and we're going to be shouting out random comments to all the people who leave chats in the copyright runs will make it in. So what's going on with you today, Debo?
Man, chilling, ready to jump in, dive into things.
All right. So we're gonna have a couple of topics that we're gonna go over today. We have two that we both chose, and I was wondering which one did you want to choose first? Did you want to do the one about music, the rappers, or do you want to do the one about the TV shows?
Let's do TV shows first.
Okay, let me just get my little stuff right here. I'm old school like that. Got the pencil and the paper. All right, so we're gonna be discussing comedy shows, both white and black today, and we're going to be choosing our favorites, and we're going to be discussing those with each other today. So, did you want to go first, or you want me to go first about my with my list that I believe we're going to be shouting out each list of which we think on both sides, black and white, which was the best shows that, in our opinion, was the best ones.
Okay, you go first.
Okay.
You go first.
So okay. So on from the black side, I chose Sanford and Son, The Cosby Show, Martin, Family Matters, Moesha, and Living Single. And what about yours?
Okay. I have an extensive list
I know the
because,
list was very long to choose from.
yeah, because black comedy is so iconic. Not just for the '90s, but it was really iconic for us as kids growing up. So I've got uh, the Wayans brothers, Good Times, Jamie Foxx show, Amen. Everybody hates Chris. 227, Bernie Mac show.
Right.
Um, the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. That has to go
Right.
on there.
Always going to be a classic right there.
Yeah,
Will
that
Smith
has to go.
launched his career mostly because of that, especially his acting career.
Right. And also I want to shout out that that show I told you that's on Amazon Prime Video called Fat Tuesdays, PHAT Tuesdays,
Yeah, you told
which,
me about that.
yeah, that will give you a lot of insight on how a lot of these actors who we thought we were seeing coming out on the scene for the first time, where they really started their careers at.
Yeah,
So
and
shout
that's
out
got
to
to
them.
be yeah, that's got to be a very interesting documentary because so many comedians come from so many different walks of life and so many different backgrounds and past, and it's it's uh it's crazy to watch somebody's come up.
Right. And also, like, there's a lot. I got a lot of shows on this list, but it's gonna be like way too many for us to get into. But I'm gonna just name the ones I have on my list, and then whoever feels like we might have missed something, whatever, they can comment or whatever. But
Okay,
I got Steve Harvey show.
okay.
Um, Not for nothing, that's so Raven, even though it was on
hmm
Nickelodeon because it was the actual show.
I I want to dive into that a little bit because that was, I don't know, that was a little sus, I think, because
Was it
not that
really?
because it was a child, not because it was a, you know what, you just keep going on your list because that I'll we can get back
Yeah,
to that later.
we can get to that. All right.
Go ahead.
Um, The Rock, which we just talked about before
hmm
we got on, A Different World.
Oh God, that was so good.
Yes, A Different
That
World.
that
So
that show kind of that raised me in a
That
way
helped
from.
shape character for us
Hmm.
as kids growing up, you know, to give you the hope and aspiration to, you know, it wasn't even like about the HBCU, you feel me? It was more like college, getting a college degree was attainable for brown kids. You know what I mean?
Right. They showed you that you don't have to feel out of place if you have a big brain, or if you're
Right.
smart, or you want to accomplish something further in life. It shows that,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying, it's the other side of the fence where rap will show you the streets, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? It shows you that other things are obtainable.
Did you hear me when I said 227?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I can't believe I forgot that. That had some very legendary women comedians on that show.
It definitely did. That's why it's worthy of the list. The Jeffersons,
Oh
uh,
God, yeah.
In the House, which was a good show to me,
In the house. Oh, with the joint with LL Cool J, right?
and the Wayne sister. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was fire.
Okay.
With
Um,
his pant leg up having ass.
Face ass. Um, you said Moesha, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
That
right.
had the dude from Onyx on there too.
Right. Not that was supposed to star. That was no. That was
No, Dirty Fingers,
wasn't Sticky
Sticky
Fingers.
Fingers,
This nigga said
Dirty
Dirty
Fingers,
Fingers. Dirty
yeah,
Sticky Fingers ass.
Dirty
All right.
Sticky Fingers, yo, yo,
All right.
fingers was,
Since you said Moesha, we got to say the Parkers.
yeah,
Not
definitely.
only shout out to um Monique.
Yeah, yeah. She became beyond legendary in the career for setting up for black women comedians, and also very dramatic actors too. I think it was what was it, Precious, that she really went really, really crazy in, and she got lots of awards for that. That movie made me so mad.
She's being blackballed, and she talks about it all the
Yeah, I
time.
heard. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Something's, yeah, some, behind the scenes,
yeah,
so
most
much is
definitely.
going on
All
in
right,
that.
all right, all right. Let me keep on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Thea. Eh,
Thea.
yes, Thea. That's when Brandy was a kid. Do you remember that
Oh,
show?
okay.
Oh man, Different
Mm,
Strokes.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. What's the joint? Rerun, yo.
No, no, that's what I meant when I said Different Strokes.
That
Fuck is
was
the name of that
what you
show?
talking about, Willis? Is
Yeah, that's
Different
not even
Strokes.
that doesn't count though because
Um,
that just had one black actor.
what's happening?
I mean
That's what
two.
it's called.
What's happening? Yes, what's
Yeah,
happening?
what's happening? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yes,
Now that joint is
that
super
was fire.
funny.
That was
That
fire.
show is so now to this day, if the younger generation out there, if you guys are listening to any of this, give 1 hour to what's happening. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you can stop watching it. But seriously,
There's no
that
way you
joint
can't
was
like it.
so
I'm just
funny.
gonna
That was so funny. But go ahead.
whether
Sorry.
it's the younger youth or older youth. I'm just gonna say it now. If you don't like it, you're whack. Uh,
just,
uh period.
just throw them
Uh,
straight out there. Go ahead.
that's
Go
it.
ahead.
That's all. All right. Hold on. All right. Um, what about Sister and Smart Guy?
Sister, and Smart Guy was like a combo, right? It was
This
like
was
the
the
sister
well,
was kind of.
it wasn't a combo.
Well, then again, yeah, it was. It
What
just
made
had
it
the same
seem that way?
character,
No, what it made it seem that way is because Tia and Tamara, the Smart Guy, that's their brother.
right?
You see what I'm saying?
Right, right.
I got the
But like,
Hughleys on here. The Hughleys.
mm-hmm.
Uh, I I was talking to Noah earlier, and I was like, "Bro, what was the Didn't I said didn't the dude, my man's that played Meteor Band, didn't he have his own show?" He was like, "Yeah, but don't put that on there."
Yeah. Dang. Why? Well, hold on. Hold on. So, what's the show called though?
It's called Parenthood, and no, I wasn't
Oh,
gonna put it
okay.
on there.
It was that. Noah said it was that bad.
But we mentioned it, so whatever. Cool.
Dang. He said that sucked.
Yeah, he said don't even put it on the list. And then he started getting into some deeper stuff, and I was like, bro, nah, we want to keep it light with the comedy. But he started naming some fire starter packs, bro. He
Hmm.
said, what about The Wire?
The show.
Yes, it's a show.
Now, I thought, hold on. Is now we that's a whole different topic
Right,
because we were talking about the comedies. But if you're talking
right.
about drama series, like
Oh,
real
yes.
hardcore, that makes it very far up my list for real.
And also, I just want to mention, for what it's worth, in case anybody's wondering, I did not mention Tyler Perry's series for a reason. And the only reason why I didn't mention them is because I honestly haven't watched them. So
I okay. This
these
is this is
shows I have watched, every show that I've listed so far, I have watched,
I'm
if
gonna
that makes sense. And
I'm just
that's
gonna
like
say
no
my
hate.
no for real. I'm gonna say my disclaimer too real quick before I say this because I'm down here in Atlanta, and if people hear me say this about this Tyler Perry, they probably gonna beat me up on site. So I ain't even gonna try. I have to explain myself, people. Let me explain myself. All right.
All right.
I'm from Baltimore. I spent a lot of time in Baltimore. So when I was living up there, people were telling me about the comedies. I thought it was whack. I thought it was so whack. I'm not gonna lie. Now hold on. I had to throw that out there. Okay. Now it's down here. My wife is from Georgia. Okay. She kept telling me again, this is like a repeated thing. Go watch it. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be my last time because I already know what I'm looking at. And I thought it was whack. Right. Okay, hold on. I gotta say this though.
That's no
Now I
slight
did
though. I mean, if you know what I'm saying, if you feel if that's how you feel, I mean, whether it's good or
I felt
bad,
like some
I
of
feel
them
like it's your
they were
opinion
funny to
about
me.
it.
I'm gonna say that they were funny to me. I ended up watching some more like later on. So like I guess I was a little bit younger when I was watching them. But like if you go back, if you're into that style of comedy, I thought that it was fun. It was fun to trip off of it with Jen.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
we're gonna
So
leave that where it is.
don't beat me up. Don't beat me up, anybody in Atlanta
Don't
for
hate.
real.
It's not out of
No,
hate. I mean,
I'm not hating. I like it. Okay, I like it.
I
Right. I
honestly
think it's tight.
can't give you an opinion on anything that I haven't seen, so that's fair.
Right. That's true. That's
So,
true. That's true. I totally feel you. I feel you on that.
all right.
Now, does that end your list right there,
Yes,
or
I'm gonna stop there because, like I said, there's obviously
all right?
far too many.
Well, I got a question for you. Okay.
All right.
So most of these black shows, right?
Mm,
You know what? I'm gonna have to reiterate. Most of these African American shows,
mm,
they were mostly, if not dominantly, only shown on the WB, the CW, and like the UPN network. And
mm.
so my question to you is why that was the only option for African American comedians or actors at the time, and did it provide exposure for those African American comedians to further their career?
Well, I'm gonna answer the second question first, the less complex question first,
Okay.
which is you're damn right it did because these people went on to make movies and have careers. Look at where Will Smith literally slapped the shit out of Chris Rock on television and nobody did anything. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
these people have
Mm-hmm.
come far. These people that grew up in our households with us have come far. They've
Mm-hmm.
gone on to be. Some of
I
them are,
totally agree with you.
have lived and died, had whole careers, bro. But they all
Mm-hmm.
prospered in their careers. So that's the less
Absolutely.
complex. But as far as why would it
Why
be
was that
on
the
these?
only option for
The
them?
only
Yeah.
option
Or at
to
least
me,
if it wasn't, it felt like it.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it was. It wasn't on ABC. It wasn't on
Right.
CBS. You
Right.
know,
Right. Correct.
it wasn't.
That's where I was going with that question.
It wasn't on cable, where people had to pay. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it's just another. I mean, it's a lot easier. It's complex. I'll say that. It's
Mm-hmm.
part of it I feel like is because if you want, if the goal was to bring happiness, joy, positivity, and all those good things into a black household, then yes,
Right.
you achieve those
Absolutely.
things. Free television was something that a lot of brown kids only had. So it's like,
Right.
even if you were, that's even if you was back in the day, if you were even fortunate enough to have a TV that worked.
Right. Because
See what
some
I'm
people
saying?
had to go to other people's house just to watch TV, just to catch
Right.
up on
Or
regular stuff in
go
life.
to the library or stay at school extra long, whatever, because somebody else had what they didn't. Uh,
Right.
you know, and part of it I also think is just to downplay the fact that these are, you know, black actors who are having and actresses who are having to, blossom their careers, but they literally gave them, you know, dirt.
Yeah.
They
And
gave
they
them
and they
dirt.
made it
They,
grow.
they, you know,
And they made it
they
grow.
these were roses that emerged from the concrete ground, and
Yeah.
just think about it. It's not just, think about the stuff that women say they have to go through and being actresses and going to Hollywood and trying to pursue a career in that field. Just think about all those things
Hmm.
that women say, all the negative things they have to say about that. Well, it's that
Right.
plus extra negativity if you're black.
You're right.
You got to fight extra hard. That's why I say it's such a complex thing, because it's like, on one hand, yes, we can talk about it like it's a singular thing with TV and your career as an actor and actress. But we know, as people living in these here United States, uh,
Hmm.
you know, we have to take extra steps to smile harder every day, just as not, being brown people in America. And that's just the
Hmm.
the fucking truth. If I'm gonna be
Hmm.
honest. You
Correct.
know, we don't get anything easy except for food stamps.
Absolutely. That's that's a good that's a good slide because I'm gonna this setup that's a good setup because I'm gonna go into this next question. And
Right.
because of because of those hard roads and the hardships and planting that seed and making it flourish into what it is today, which is a beautiful tree of actresses, actors, um, film directors, there's musicians, there's artists, there's all kinds of things out there that these African American people are doing these days a lot better than per se what other people get stereotyped as doing. There's positivity
Right.
all over. But sorry, the question that I have though is if any completely African American run comedy shows, or for that matter, any shows won any kind of awards, Oscars, etc. Is there any show that you know of that just was stapled in the front of mainstream to say that this show won an award?
The most prestigious, um the most prestigious award for black comedy.
For period.
Oh,
Now, I did some research, but one thing I didn't really look at is that there's so many different ways to look at it, especially when you're looking at on it online. Because I didn't even think about shows like The Jeffersons that could have won daytime Emmys. You know what I'm saying? Or they could have won certain awards. I didn't dive into those because there's so many. When you talk about TV awards, I believe that
yeah.
there's like 15, 16 different types of daytime TV awards.
Right. And and that's, I didn't delve deep into that, because there is, I mean, it is a good thing to know, uh given the topic we're talking about. I didn't delve deep into it because it's so extensive. Like you said, it's a lot of sifting through, that you have to go through um, to cherry pick specific things because, like you said, there's so many categories um, that you go into. But I'm gonna try and see if I can find where I put. Um,
With that being said, while you pull up the information that you have,
right.
for the record, 3 6 Mafia won an Academy Award. I think I was telling you about for
Oh
that
yeah.
the song on Hustle and Flow.
Hmm.
So I was shocked when I first saw that, to be honest with you.
That's a good thing to know, though.
Now I also
Let's
went
see.
through some of the history of someone. I think the research I was telling you about, I was looking at on SS.com was the I think the awards that I saw the timeline was I think possibly like major awards, not so much all the individual awards, you know?
Okay. Right. True.
So I think
Here.
that's what this timeline is. But go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I got something to say. I'm gonna look up something real quick. I just want to know one other thing before I start getting into this. Um, because I'm about to be appalled in a second. Man, stop
Hmm.
playing with me.
What's that?
One more thing. One more thing.
What exactly are you looking up?
All right. Hold on. 93. 93 years old is how old the Academy Awards is.
Okay.
Okay. Guess how many black actors in those 93 years have received Academy Awards? Now, just a number.
7.
No, 22.
3. Oh, 22.
22.
Okay,
And
that's not
90
bad.
and 93 years.
But this is remember
93
before.
years of entertainment.
Okay, well this goes into my timeline then. Go ahead. No, go ahead. You can
Because
go
I was
ahead.
about
What's
to
your
say,
point?
don't say, because when entertainment started, blah, blah, X, Y, Z. Because what I was going to say was entertainment, you know, existed far beyond the days before a motion picture or a camera came into play.
That's right.
See what I'm
And there
saying?
was a lots of African American
Yes.
entertainers that were
That's,
really, really good. And that
yes.
starts where my timeline is because they weren't recognized for the work that they were doing, and B, there's people that wouldn't even let their work be shown to other people to get them
Listen,
going.
part of, part of, part of getting your work recognized is actually being recognized as a 100% human.
Right. That's that. Yeah. People had to do the shimmy or the jig dance
No,
or
no, no,
which
no,
I'm
no.
sorry,
Just think about
just to
it.
get there.
Black people were considered three-fifths of a man.
At one
How
point in
how
time, yeah.
you know how could they possibly give an award to somebody who's not 100% human according
That's
to
true.
them?
That's true.
Let's see. Let's see about Oscars. Okay.
Now, when you
Now,
do, hold on, who won that first Oscar?
the
So I
person who
could
won
maybe.
the first pay homage to the first black person who won an Oscar, which wasn't 10 years until after the Academy Awards even started in 1939. Hattie McDaniel was Gone in the Wind,
Yep.
which is something you had mentioned before.
Yeah, that was that. Hold on. Now, according to Essence.com, that was the first time that any African American person was recognized for any major award at that time. So we're talking years of other people who were musicians, they were artists, they were actors and stuff like that before that, and it was not till 1939, 1940 until they started getting recognized.
How old were you when you realized uh that Eartha Kitt was the first Catwoman?
You said who?
Eartha Kitt.
Now I
Why
might have
didn't we know
seen
that?
something
You
about
see what I'm
that
saying to me? It's like, why didn't we know these things when we were kids, bro?
because the structure, the kind of information that I think that they wanted released or whatever
I
up
think part of
to
it is is
their
social oppression,
design or
and
whatever.
I think part of it is social oppression and whatever you want to call it. You know, that thing, and also part of it
Hmm.
is just um, government control. Period, as far as what they want people to see. You know, with
Hmm.
their eyes on TV or driving down Main Street and blah blah blah, city or state. All these things are
Hmm.
coordinated, to deliver whatever
That
kind of message that they want, or climate they want it to be. You see what I'm saying?
that's mad true. So the what Hattie McDaniel had to go through just to get to that spot must have been, you know, hell 10 times over.
Yeah, I'm sure some people wanted to kill her.
I'm sure people tried.
Yeah, I'm sure she got plenty of death threats.
But
Not to say
what
that
that
white
was
actors don't get death threats, but I'm sure that she probably got.
in that time period.
Yeah, but I mean, this is different because a white person getting death threats. I don't know, but I'm just gonna go on a limb and say, what kind of death threats are you getting? A black person is just like, I want to kill you because you're black. Like, he says, there's no one
Crazy.
calling you saying I'm gonna kill you because you're white. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, that's
let's
crazy.
let's keep it 100, bro. I'm pretty sure a
But
white person, unless it was a black person or another ethnicity calling them,
mhm.
maybe they have said that, but I'm sure another white person hasn't called us. If they did, well, you didn't have to say that at all. You could have just went on with your threat, proceed with your threats.
Right.
Anyway,
But thanks for bringing up the Hattie McDaniel thing because it slid right into my timeline, which there was a gap from 1940, and the next African American person who won an award was Sidney Poitier in
hmm
1963 for Lilies of the
lilies of
Field.
the field.
Now, yeah, what
Oh
particular
yeah, we.
award was that? Was
That
that
was
an
an acad.
Oscar?
It says that the Academy Award is in parentheses an Oscar, whatever
So
that
what,
means.
you got both? They
Two and
smashed
one,
the
one and
two
two.
statues together and they just gave
This
him
is
a
what's funny
lump.
to me. So while you're sitting here talking, I'm sitting here looking at these things, right? So I said, okay, let me look up the Academy Awards. Okay, let me look up the Oscars. Says the Oscars started in 1927, but then it also says that the Academy Awards is the Oscars, and I'm like, that's why I didn't say anything about it.
Okay. Whatever. They're the same thing.
I don't care.
Whatever. I
Whatever.
don't know too I don't know too much about awards. I just like if a show is really or a movie is really good and it says that it won a lot of awards, I'll just take their word for it. I'm not gonna be like, well, what particular award did this person win and where? Or what kind of award was it?
Lord have mercy. There are some good actors on this list. There are some very, very, very good actors on this list, but and it started picking up like from the time when it started all the way up until I say uh, the 2000s. There's been the gap between was far and wide, but when it got up to about the 2000s when Training Day came out, there's pretty much been someone getting an award every year since,
Yeah, yeah,
almost.
yeah. Yeah, things have definitely changed, and they've definitely restructured how they did things in or in the voting for the Academy Awards, and how they're it's not run by the same crew.
Here's something that blew my socks off. Okay,
Hmm.
let me just make sure I'm correct in what I'm saying, because I want to say The Color Purple was written and directed by Steven Spielberg.
Hmm.
Let me make sure I know what I'm talking about. Oh, I wasn't that type of that. 1985. I was 3 years old when this movie came out. Let me see.
You're looking to see if it won, what awards it won.
No, 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 no. This is for me to bring up something else. Filming, music, whatever, whatever. I want to see who produced and wrote this. Steven Spielberg, Frank. No. Where's the? Should I tell you right there on the top? Oh, okay, over here. Directed by Steven Spielberg. Who was it written by? I mean, you can't really say it was written by him because it was based off a book by Alice Walker. Okay, whatever.
Right,
Steven Spielberg
right,
turned it into a movie.
right,
This movie came out in 1985. Okay.
right. Hmm.
Whoopi Goldberg was not nominated for an Academy Award until 5 years later when Ghost came
So
out,
it
where she
goes.
was in a
Yeah.
movie with Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore, which is complete and total bullshit.
So hold on. What?
She
How many?
got no Academy Award
What?
for that movie.
What awards did that win though?
It won.
Because it had.
It
There's
won
no way they just left
no
that hanging like
Academy
that.
Awards, Daryl. None.
None. But what other awards did it win? Best
It
show or
won.
anything?
It won the ASCAP Film and Television Awards,
Hmm.
Black Movie Awards, Blue Ribbon Awards, Casting Society of America Awards. It did win a Directors Guild of America award.
I was about to say now. Now,
Did
remember we were
win a Golden
discussing.
Globe. She won a Golden Globe for that. Whoopi did.
Now
Heartland
that's
Film Festival Award.
now some of those. Now what we were talking about earlier. Remember I was saying that I don't know too much about the different kinds of awards that
Hmm.
they do have.
Hmm.
But I do know that some of those ones that you fired off just now, some of them sound like they're not much, but they're huge to them, to
Yeah.
the thespians and all the actors and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
But
I'll second that.
that's very that's crazy to know
That she did
that
not get
how did they make it to the Golden Globe
and
but
did not
skip
get an
the
Academy.
and skip the Oscar? That's not
That
even you said it
movie,
wasn't even
Daryl,
you said it wasn't even nominated?
it was nominated, yes, but did they
Okay,
win?
just didn't
No.
win.
Come
Okay.
on, bro. Listen, but how you gonna give her one for Ghost? She was silly on fucking Color Purple, bro. Why are you kidding me? She played a fucking what do you call him? Medium on Ghost.
Yeah, that I'm trying to think of where did her performance that made her really become to get the Oscar on Ghost. What scene? I mean, she was no, let's hold on, shout out to Whoopi Goldberg. She's one of the best
She's the best. I
actresses
just actually just saw
in
her
history
doing.
in
Yeah,
and her shout. So we know that she's top of the line.
she's
We know
yes.
she's A1, we know she's good. Shout outs to her. I'm trying to figure out where in the because like I said, she was a great actor, period, in that movie.
She
Actress, I'm
still is.
sorry. But
Cause she just played.
what
She
scene
just
just grasped you and just said, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
and Ghost.
What scene grasped you in Ghost that Whoopi Goldberg was doing that made it unforgettable? Was it her whole performance that made it unforgettable? Because
Now, hold
want
on.
to,
Let
if you
me let
measure that up to, if you measure that up to The Color Purple, there's no way
comparison.
in
It
heck
doesn't
that
pale in
there's no
comparison. Now,
comparison.
but
There's
that's
no way.
not throwing shade on her acting in Ghost. Okay,
Right.
she was
That's
still a
yeah. She
phenomenal
was
actress.
phenomenal.
She was still phenomenal on that movie. But how could you skip over The Color Purple, dog, and not give her an Academy Award for playing silly?
That's what I would say to people who look back now. If you snubbed her at the, or whatever they call that word, it's snub is, I think, when you get robbed or whatever. But if
Mm.
you get snubbed at the Oscars for uh The Color Purple, and then, like you said, a few years down the road you make Ghost, and then you win that joint on that, and then you put them side by side and you run the tape, it's there. It's there. It's there.
First of
If
all,
anyone,
The Color
first of all,
Purple
shout
is,
out to anyone who ever watched Color Purple. That movie
yeah, shut
is
up.
phenomenal.
If you didn't watch it. But let me tell you something. Color Purple is probably almost a whole nother movie's length longer than Ghost was. That movie is long as hell. I want to say The
Hold
Color
on.
Purple is over 2 hours long.
Let's just sum something up real quick. Shout outs to the Ghost, because that movie was also very, very, very awesome.
Daryl, hold up, real quick.
Okay.
Money don't lie, right?
Right.
Guess what their budget was for the Color Purple film?
Um, 1 million.
15 million.
Okay, that's quite a bit.
That's quite a bit. Like I said, it was a long movie. The movie was like over 2 hours long.
Yeah, yeah. Wait,
Guess how
hold on.
much money it brought in to the box office?
And does it say total on there, or for the
Total.
first year? Total.
Total.
That means over total. 300
It might be
mil.
that year. 142 million
100 for that year. Because
for
I'm
that
talking
year.
about, if you add up sales and all that other stuff, it's probably
Yeah.
huge. It's probably a
Hold
bigger
on.
number than that. If you add up like all the merch, all the CDs, people who bought the soundtrack, you know what I'm saying?
We
That
owned
kind
the
of stuff.
tape. We had the tape. We let the tape
Hmm.
rock till the tape popped. Okay.
Now, how are we gonna watch that
What, The Color Purple?
on tape?
You know what? I did have a
We would probably get so frustrated with if having to fast forward and rewind that we would probably just watch it digital. It's way better. It's way for HD. Why would anybody watch a video on video? Now, shout out to the people who are like nostalgic and they like to keep things 100 and they like to watch. You ever seen someone who has a house like that? Who they keep it like old school, and they got like old school toasters, they got like old school TVs, they keep it like that. Could you
yeah.
do something like that?
Yeah. Because I'm just about to tell you, I had me a VCR and a DVD player. Oh yes. Oh
Up
yes.
in there scratching them
Bro,
CDs with DJ Khaled.
I'm in here wiping them boys off with some alcohol. Blowing in fix the
Treating them
tracking
joints
on
like
that
that.
boy.
N64 cartridge.
Hey yo,
But
what?
I got a lawnmower dude out front. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
All right, I think I'm good.
All right.
All right. All right, now go ahead, continue.
No, I was just
Now, do you want to move on? You want to move
yeah,
on to the shows that we the white comedies that we thought were funny?
yeah. Let's move on to that because we didn't give them no love yet.
All right. We about to right now. We're gonna shout
right
them.
now.
We're gonna shout them out right now.
Right
Um,
now.
so on my list, uh, I want to shout number one on my list is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Letterkenny is my second. Trailer Park Boys, The Office, Malcolm in the Middle, and Married with Children. And I wanted to just make a disclaimer too as well. The reason why I didn't add Friends is because to me it started off as a comedy, but then it started getting all dramatic, and it became more of a will they or won't they show instead of a comedy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you had Joey and Jack, but it was like all serious.
You
Okay,
gotta
now
shout
go ahead
out your
with your.
boy. You gotta shout out your boy because you brought it up last time, but you didn't bring it up this time, which is Seinfeld. You gotta give
Oh yeah,
him
yeah.
the
Oh,
verified check
that
mark.
that show is very funny. That show
Okay,
is another classic. You can watch old school,
now
new school, whatever.
two of mine you had on your list. All right.
Okay,
So I got, and also side note that Married with Children fire.
right.
Um Now, also I want to ask this sidebar too. Does this exclude animation?
I didn't. I didn't do animation. I just did like sitcom
All right.
comedy.
All right, boom. I'm gonna go
All
ahead
right.
and
So
say
what's your
Mama's
list?
Family. I got Mama's Family. I got Full House. I've got The Golden Girls. I've got All in the Family. You remember Edith? You gotta give Edith her flowers, man.
Yeah, man.
Gotta give
I
Edith her
remember that
flowers.
show.
Roseanne.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, and the last one was Frasier.
All right, all right. Well,
No,
let
I
me
should have
ask you
said. I
something.
should have also said Will and Grace too.
Okay. And that a list also can go on and on and on. People can
Yeah,
because what's another one? Perfect Strangers. You could have talked about that one.
yeah. That's
What else is out there?
Cheers,
Cheers. Oh God, people would go crazy if you didn't mention Cheers.
Family Ties.
Um, mm-hmm. What's the uh uh is All in the Family the one with the old
What?
white guy?
Yeah, Archie and Edith.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Archie, get out of here, Edith.
If shout outs to that show too, people. If you ever get a
Oh,
chance to watch
Archie.
that, I
And
can't
she used to
believe
play the piano and shit at the beginning. Remember?
I cannot believe that somewhere in America at that time there was a family that was it wasn't as like that on the show, but it was similar to what you saw right there. Dude come home from work, he just start getting into the wife. They make dinner. He
Take
start
my
getting
wife,
into
please.
the that's how it was, which was totally messed up because like why when you come home from work you gotta be so like mad at your wife, then it
Bro,
just you just
listen, listen.
but it was more about
Okay,
like life, you know what I'm saying? It was more about life, you know what I'm saying? Whatever happens, stuff like
I'm
that.
not,
Go ahead.
Daryl. You're probably the only person that's gonna understand this when I say this. I've been trying to tell Noah about this sometimes. I'll be like, yo, there's this commercial that used to come on TV when we were kids, man. And I want to say it was a Gepco or Geico commercial or something.
Mm-hmm.
And remember the commercial was like this: the dad comes home and he slams his lunchbox down on the table and he says, "Hey, turn that thing down." And then, and then he go, "Have you been canceled for your car insurance?"
Oh, you forgot something. He goes, when he slams the paper down, he goes, "What? I've been canceled."
And then Tammy says, "Have you been canceled for your car insurance?"
Yeah. Yeah. See, and that was the
That
norm
was
for a
Taylor.
while.
That was tailor made
Dad
for our
comes
area, though.
first thing. First thing Yo said when he came in the house was turn that mess down.
Down,
Turn that
running up
noise
by
down.
electric. He like everybody
Right.
hates using $1.72 worth of electricity right now.
So crazy.
Oh my god. Okay, another one. Oh, The Love Boat,
Oh
Gilligan's
yeah, yeah.
Island.
Um
Even MASH can go in there.
and did you then we didn't even throw in
Taxi.
internationals because you
Yeah.
used to watch Are You Being Served, and that's a British comedy, and that's a
There's so many I can name.
yeah,
There's
I'm about to
actually
say,
so
and
many.
if yeah, we didn't even go that way because you can go all over the world with that.
Yeah. And really tickle your funny bone. Three's Company. How can you not
Oh God,
put
yeah, I
that on
could
there?
totally forgot
Gotta
that.
put Three's Company on there. Wonder Years. That's
That was
iconic.
hilarious.
Uh,
Boy Meets World is no, see that was see
that's
that's
more
where it's like
serious.
that's what I was saying. Yeah, it was more serious. That's why the Wonder Years was very serious. That was more. It was funny, but it wasn't like in a way meant for the whole show to be funny.
Oh, Beverly Hillbillies, and I technically I don't know, but you can say I Love Lucy,
Oh God, yeah, that definitely was a comedy.
and
Whatever
also
had whatever had a studio audience with the fake clapping background was a real show. I mean, it was a comedy, I
Bewitched.
think.
Bewitched
hmm
is definitely something that came on all the time. But how about this? Night Court. Technically only had
Oh,
one.
whoa!
That shit was
That was
fire.
funny.
It
That
was
was
that
fun.
fucking
Could you,
song that came out.
Dion, listen to that format. They used to be a way where if you get locked up, you can go to court at night instead of the day.
Oh,
Like in
boom.
the middle of the night, you can go have a whole full trial.
That 70s show. You can't
Oh
forget
God,
that
yeah.
70s show. You
hmm
cannot forget that
That
70s
that was
show.
around the same time frame as I think Malcolm in the Middle.
Yes,
That was probably on the same block.
probably.
But
Oh, Brady
go ahead.
Bunch.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That I knew there was one super duper
Yeah,
mainstream one that was out
super.
there left that we
Yeah.
didn't, yeah, that we didn't say. Um, but what made some of these shows groundbreaking or phenomenal?
You know, it's funny because it's like for us, for brown kids, you really just want to see what it's like in white people's house. At the end of the day, that's all you want to
But
see.
that's true. For we'll shout out to the
I
people
mean,
that were
for kids,
more
you're talking
humble than
you're
they came up
talking
with
from
humble
the
beginnings.
perspective. You're talking for Saved by the Bell. Uh,
hmm
these are I don't know. It's
Because
weird because it's kind of like I don't know. Watching television, the reason why it has such a huge impact, whether it be a white show or a black show or whatever it is, you get the sense of sometimes time traveling or sometimes modern day traveling to wherever that person is, whatever city that is, and you're there for that moment that you watch the show.
hmm
And I guess part of it is that's the escape of it all.
hmm
Which can be both true for both genres. So uh there's a lot of reasons why a lot of these shows, I mean, they became iconic because at the end of the day, just like those black actors and actresses, a lot of these actors and actresses also went on to become super mega famous.
Oh
Been
yeah,
in
most of
great.
the shows that we mentioned had actors on there that climbed very high to stardom, and a lot of them though fell very hard from stardom from
Oh,
some of
oh,
those
oh,
shows.
got
Some of
another
those
one.
main characters they bottomed out. Go ahead.
Can't forget Two and a Half Men, but here's another one for you.
hmm
I'm about to slap you twice. Elf
Oh man, that was funny.
and Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh man.
Yes.
Oh
They
man,
gave us trash and they
hold
gave
on,
us
dude.
bullshit.
Hold on.
That's what they gave us when we were kids. Harry and the
Hold
Hendersons.
on, hold
That's
on,
what they.
hold on, hold on.
I'm about to bring it up on YouTube right now just
Hold
because.
on, hold on. I just want the reason why. Sorry, first of all, shout outs to Harry and the Hendersons. That show
John Lithgow,
was
what's
pretty
up? What's
funny.
happening?
Yeah, shout outs to John Lithgow did his thing. Um, but what I was just laughing at right now is the fact that these fools had a
That's what they gave
house
us with a Yeti in there. I mean, with a
where where Bigfoot would
big
show up
Bigfoot
every
every
day.
day, and the same for Alf. And he was an alien, bro. What's
He
happening here right
became
now?
no. See, hold on, hold on. So Alf was
Speaking of aliens, though, let me hurry up and say real quick, just for the white side. Small wonder.
oh yeah, yeah,
Can't
for
leave that
sure.
up.
But
But look at your boy.
well, hold on.
Look at your boy right now. Okay? Let this sink in. Okay? This is what they gave us. This is what they gave us. Okay? That's what they gave us. All right.
Why?
They gave us
Why
rocks
is
mixed with
hold on.
potatoes. Okay?
Why yo?
For
Why is
lunch.
yo so ugly, yo? Looks so stupid.
It's a whole ass Bigfoot, bro.
Hey, yo, this dude. Okay, so hold on. I didn't even finish right. So not only did yo show up every single day, they started letting them inside the house. Like
Daryl, look at this. Look at. Just look at. Look at. This is what they dealt with. This is what they dealt with. This is what they dealt with. Look.
you know what? I'm
Daryl,
giving
look at this.
I'm giving Harry and the Hendersons a rewatch.
He just leg dropped the table, bro. Look. Look how he saw the picture of himself. Look. Look. That man's not well. That man is not well.
That whole family's not well for letting them in. All right. So first of all, he leg dropped the table. I'd be so mad.
They were
First of
there
all,
like, what are you doing?
look, there you look the other. There you go again.
Bro,
Bigfoot.
look. When we're done with this, I should just call you back so we can watch Harry and the Hendersons.
I want to watch. I'm gonna give Harry and the Hendersons a rewatch just because
Oh my god.
that dude. I didn't even watch a clip of the show. Just the very thought of looking at the Bigfoot's face, even
Bro.
now. See, as a kid, when I used to look at his face, I was intrigued by the design and like who put it together and stuff like. Because I was
Hold
like,
up,
man,
hold
that
up.
looks so
Pause,
real
pause.
looking.
Hold up. And just for the if no one's ever seen this show, just in case you're wondering, before you want to go look it up or whenever you want to go watch it for yourself. No, he did not talk. No, Harry did not talk. Okay, he didn't talk. He just.
Hey, Devo, he'd be like,
He like dropped the table, bro. Why is he in the house?
that's what I'm saying. Like, say, like. First of all, no one knows what Bigfoot is if he's creature or man or whatever the hell. But you would just invite him into the house. He's like one of those cats that show up that you put a little bit of litter outside. I mean, a little bit of food outside. They just keep coming back, and eventually you just let him in the house.
Daryl, come on now. Remember this? Remember that part?
Yeah. Yeah. Harry and the Hendersons. We haven't even gotten to watch a single scene of this movie yet. You know what? Hold on. I got you, B. I got you, B. I'm pulling it up.
Oh my
I'm
god!
pulling it up. Hold on. We're gonna show our people out here out on the podcast Harry and the Hendersons real quick. Why are we laughing so hard?
I got a 2 minute and 50-second clip I can play right now.
Let me
I
just pull this up and I'll let you rock your clip real quick. All right. Let me just get to it. I got
Go
you.
to the intro.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, we are watching Harry and the Hendersons right now. Crazy. That's crazy. I can't believe this. This is awesome though.
Oh
Harry and the Hendersons, B. And he fitting to look ugly as hell, yo.
That nigga,
Man,
man.
ugly.
Why you got a Neanderthal skull, bruh?
Yeah, you dumb as shit, dude.
Big ass head
You
and you
just
dumb as
big.
hell. Look, head this big, brain this big. Shit ain't add up, bro.
Oh my god, yo.
Ah! He does not talk. They're trying
Oh
to
my
communicate
god.
and
Oh my god,
befriend
B.
a giant ass Bigfoot they're letting in the house.
Yo, like they didn't even call the cops or nothing. They just straight up they just like, hey yo. Well, first of all, let's get something out the way. Even if the
Right.
myth of Bigfoot was real, yeah, come on in. Shit, we barbecuing, dog. You want something? Um,
Oh, your
if
table.
or he trip over his own feet and fall on his face like on some dumb shit. Like he bust another table.
Man, stop.
Dude, yeah, yo, he do be bugging, yo. He mad. Like I say,
You can't get over it.
like it's so fucked up. Yo, I can't. I'm trying
Stop
to
with the
pull up a
Harry and the
clip, yo.
Hendersons.
Hey, yo, you went dummy with that. Y'all don't know why you did that. But go ahead. Look, look. There's one where they sent them back into the woods and they started feeling sorry for him, yo. They just like, yo,
Because he
come
was
on, man.
sad.
Yeah, I fuck.
No.
Yeah, I fuck with you. Ugly ass nigga.
He'd be like,
Oh, yo. I got you. Just hold on. I'm just trying to get the video right so I can pull up the screen share.
you
And
about
then
to be out of
I'm
breath.
gotta hold it together. No, try not to laugh. Challenge Harry and the Hendersons. All right, here we go.
Yo,
Yes.
ugly and all of what. Oh my god.
Hold on, it's coming up.
Oh,
No. Don't sit.
There you go.
I can't. I can't.
Hey, yo. I'm done with it, yo. I can't no more, man. I'm
I
done.
can't.
This big,
I-
dumb, ugly ass. I really tried to hold that joy, yo, for real. I tried to.
Told you
Go ahead.
like
Let me
drop
see
the
your
table.
clip, though. Yeah, let me see your clip, B.
All right, hold on. You know what makes it even more funny is
Wait, hold on. Wait. So
Look,
hold on. They didn't even
look.
pull the trigger on y'all. Go ahead.
Look,
They brought his dumb ass.
Daryl. That's
Hey,
what
yo,
makes
they
it
doing
sick.
his full hair.
He got some headphones. Bro.
Let's get it.
What makes it so egregious is the fact that we know this is a grown man in a suit acting a fool. That's what it really is.
It's Kevin Peter Hall. He's
Look, it's Lou Ferrigno after he was
It's Lou Ferrigno after the steroids.
after he was Incredible Hulk. That's what he went on to do.
Oh my god, yo.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, is that you?
Hey, yo. That was so funny, dude. I'm not even
I gotta
gonna
go to
lie.
work though, yo.
All right, guys. We'll just go ahead and we'll make this part one and we'll finish it. We didn't even get to
On a
half
light
the
note.
stuff that we were trying to talk to today. Harry done fucked it the whole thing up with his big
He
dumb
done did
ass
his thing.
coming
Harry
in the
done
house
did his
sitting
thing.
on all kinds of stuff, breaking shit
Like,
every day. They got to buy furniture every day. Like they just be
they
like, yo,
said,
why you-" Go ahead. Yeah. Oh, there you go. I can't hear you. Nah. Your video's good. I just can't hear you. Mm-mm. You can still hear me though, I'm sure, right? So you can probably still hear me though, right? Having a little technical difficulties. Hey, well, we'll just close out the show right here, and this will just be part one. We'll do part two here coming up very soon. So tune in to the Podcast at Live and subscribe to Podcast at Live show on YouTube. We'll be going live on YouTube and Facebook. We will see you guys in the next one. Catch you guys later.